Vanakkam and a very special welcome to this edition of Thoothukudi Election Yatra. We are joining you from one of the most high-profile constituencies. Thank you for joining us. We have spoken to people across the constituency, trying to find out from them around all the hype, the Ram Leher that the Prime Minister has spoken about, the historic moment that he spoke of, the several visits that the Prime Minister has made to Tamil Nadu, what the Dravidian parties have done in Tamil Nadu, what are going to be the key factors for the voters, the Hindi push, the centre versus the state battle, unemployment, what are the voters really thinking of? We're going to be telling you all of that. But first, let's begin with what happened today. The Prime Minister describing it as the historic moment. He spoke about a generational moment. He said this is a moment that people have been waiting for across the country. He mentioned that crores of people have been waiting for it, praying for it, and that has finally come true today. Remember, this is very, very significant, especially with just 2 days to go for the elections in Tamil Nadu and several other states, because the Prime Minister also spoke about the special significance, the special connect that Tamil Nadu and other states also have with the Ram temple. He spoke about it. He was in Tamil Nadu as well. What is the impact is going to have on the elections? We're going to be talking about that. But today, being the Ram Navami Leher that we saw, the Prime Minister describing it as a historic moment. Take a look at what happened.
अयोध्या में और पूरे देश में प्रभु राम के जन्मोत्सव, प्रभु राम के स्वागत का बहुत बड़ा अभियान चल रहा है, बहुत बड़ा उत्सव चल रहा है। हम भी उससे जुड़ना चाहते हैं। भले हम अयोध्या नहीं पहुंच पाए, हम यहां से प्रभु राम के जन्मोत्सव में जुड़ने के लिए अपना मोबाइल फोन निकाल करके उसकी फ्लैश लाइट चालू करके हम भी प्रभु राम को प्रणाम करें। उस सूर्य तिलक की तरह हम भी अपने मोबाइल का फ्लैश निकाल करके, फ्लैश चालू करके, सब लोग अपने मोबाइल का फ्लैश चालू करें। सब लोग, भले दिखाई नहीं देगा लेकिन आप करें। प्रभु राम को सूर्य तिलक हो रहा है, तब हमारे मोबाइल फोन से भी प्रभु राम को हम प्रणाम कर रहे हैं। हम भी सूर्य तिलक में हमारे मोबाइल की एक किरण भेज रहे हैं। मेरे साथ बोलिए, जय श्री राम, जय श्री राम, जय जय श्री राम, जय जय श्री राम, जय जय श्री राम। राम लक्ष्मण जानकी, जय बोलो हनुमान की, राम लक्ष्मण जानकी।
So the Jai Shri Ram chants echoed in the rally when the Prime Minister was electioneering. That's when the exact moment took place, and the Prime Minister also spoke about Jai Shri Ram. In fact, Jai Shri Ram has become synonymous with several of the election rallies as well. But is that going to be an impact when it comes to the southern states? While the DMK, the Dravidian parties in particular, have been saying that the Ram Leher is not going to have any impact on ground. That's what they've been claiming. But the Prime Minister was very categorical. Even ahead of the Pran Pratishtha of the Ram Mandir, he mentioned the connect that several southern states have with Ram Mandir, whether it was going to the Lepakshi temple, whether it was visiting Rameshwaram. The Prime Minister made it a point to visit all the temples that have a connect, and giving that message loud and clear that unlike what the Dravidian opposition parties say there is a Ram Lehar across the country. So the big question, how much of these factors are going to play in the minds of the voters when they go out to vote, especially in the southern states? Is that going to be a factor or not? The Prime Minister, the BJP, very, very hopeful that this time around they're going to make inroads in Tamil Nadu. Some in the BJP also saying they will go about 20%. Some of the surveys also indicating the BJP will do well. But the DMK saying that all of it is just for show, it's just hype and none of it is true on ground. I'm in a particularly interesting constituency. It's a high-profile constituency where Kanimuri is a sitting MP in Thoothukudi. Joining us today for the show, Abhirami Nathan, leader of the DMK. Thank you for joining us. Dinesh Reddy, Youth Wing District President of the BJP, as well as Perumal Swamy Karthibel, State General Secretary of the Indian National Trade Union Congress and Tamil Nadu Pradesh Congress Committee member. I want to start with Mr. Abhirami. There seems to be a lot of talk about how the only big candidate here is Kanimuri. I want to talk about Thoothukudi in particular. In 2019, was there a scare when, Tamilisai Soundarajan was fielded from the constituency? In terms of votes, when Kanimuri came to power, she won with a margin of over 3.5 lakh votes. This time around, how difficult do you think it's going to be?
I think it's not difficult to win because Kanimuri Madam is doing a lot of things in Thoothukudi parliamentary constituency, and especially when flood, heavy flood came before 3 to 4 months.
Yeah.
But she was here only. She was here only with people. All the time, and she was traveling around the constituency, and she was helping a lot.
Okay, I'll come to the floods in a bit because a lot of residents also spoke about the issue.
Yeah.
But before that, I want to ask you, because the Prime Minister has made so many visits to Tamil Nadu, how much of an impact do you see it having on the voters? Because it's the Prime Minister of the country. He has spoken extensively about Tamil Nadu. It's not just leading up to the elections, previously as well, whether it is mentioning Tamil poets in the UN, whether it's talking about Tamil being the oldest language. He has spoken about the cultural richness of Tamil Nadu time and again.
I think it will not create any impact in Tamil people. And first of all, I want to say that we are very much related with the Lord Muruga, Tamil Kadavul Murugan. So here there is no need for Modi impact. And moreover, when heavy flood came, also PM didn't do anything.
Okay, so you're saying
the central government
didn't do much when it came to the floods, but Kanimuri was on the spot. I'm going to talk about that. In fact, in just a few moments from now, I request our viewers also to stay with us, because we're going to play out the people, what they think of it. But I want to ask you, he said the Prime Minister's visits are not going to make any impact at all. Do you believe it's true? Because the DMK has been saying, the Prime Minister may be visiting time and again, but people still view him as an outsider.
Yeah, before our President Annamalai, the scenario could be different. But after our Talaivar Annamalai took charge as State President, the entire scene of Tamil Nadu has been changed. The political scenario is getting around Annamalai. And moreover that, particularly in Tuticorin, our friend said that no flood relief activities has been supported by central government. But our Prime Minister has immediately sanctioned around 600 crores in the first day. And after that also the relief materials till now the ration materials are being given free to the public. So our Prime Minister Narendra Modi is always with the common public. But the candidate Kanimoli, they did some show off during the floods.
She was not available, not accessible to the
she was
people,
not
you're saying.
actually she is from Chennai. She is not accessible to the common public, first of all.
Okay.
And
so you're
the next
saying
thing,
Karimori is an outsider. She's from Chennai. She's not somebody who is available here. But I want to ask, where does the AIADMK come in this equation? Because in 2019, even though the Tamil Sai versus Kanimori battle was seen as one of the high-stakes battle, back then DMK was also with the BJP. Do you see it play out differently this time around? Do you think for the DMK, the main challenger is going to the BJP or, of course, in Thoothukudi, the allies? Or do you think it's going to be the AIADMK?
Actually, to be frank and honest, Kanimoli is contesting for the second time in Thoothukudi. She lives in Thoothukudi. She has a house in Thoothukudi. She lives here, and whoever wants to meet her, we can meet at any time.
Okay.
For example, if you want, you can come with me now. If you want, meet after the election campaign, you can meet her at any time.
Okay.
She is always reachable and she is always available for the public. And during the flood time, she was all around the constituency doing all the flood relief things.
Okay.
And regarding this, you are asking about this this election.
No, since you mentioned the floods and since you mentioned that Kanimori is very accessible, I want to ask you because, you know, a little while ago when we were speaking to the people, a lot of them spoke about the DMK having a big impact. They said that, yes, we want Stalin as the chief minister. Yes. They said that Kanimori has been doing well. They spoke about how she's the daughter of Karunanidhi. But where did the Congress party really come in? Because, you know, when I spoke to them and asked them, what about the Lok Sabha elections? You want to see Kanimori as a local MP, but who do you want to see as the Prime Minister? Many of them also said that, you know, if we vote for Kanimori, I think we'll have to see Rahul Gandhi as the Prime Minister.
Yeah, Rahul
so
Gandhi,
it's not like Rahul Gandhi is the first choice as a, you know, because Kanimori is who they're voting for, they think that, okay, let's be fine with
No,
Rahul
it's
Gandhi.
not like that. Actually, we are in alliance with DMK.
Yeah.
So in Tamil Nadu, it is DMK and Congress alliance, right? Automatically, when you vote for DMK, it comes with Congress, right?
No, but do you think that the Congress party has taken too much of a back seat? Because in several states, not just in Tamil Nadu, the accusation is that in trying to accommodate the allies, the Congress party has taken too much of a back seat, has ceded way too much seats.
So I just want to know that is in 2019, we contested 10 seats, right? 10 seats last time. So this time also we are contesting the same, right?
Okay. So it's not true in Tamil Nadu.
That is not true in Tamil Nadu. And M.K. Stalin, our chief minister, has said that Rahul Gandhi has said that it is his big brother. So we have a good allies and we have a good ties with him. As well as Kanimoli is seen as here we call her as Akka. So Akka Kanimoli is a local person.
Okay.
So Congress and DMK is having an alliance. We have a good tie-up, and so we have a chance of winning in. We don't have a chance. We are winning in Thoothukudi. And regarding that setback, or you mean to say that seat sharing and everything, we don't see like that in Tamil Nadu.
When we speak of the personalities in politics, if, you know, they say Rahul Gandhi could be one of the prime ministerial candidates, but the opposition has not thought of it. Here you're saying that the candidate is more important, that more than the parties. Of course, Kanimori is synonymous with the DMK, but Kanimori is a strong personality. There's no doubt that she's going to win. Where do you see Annamalai come in this politics? Because he is also somebody who has put the BJP in a place the party believes. The Prime Minister has also spoken extensively about how with Annamalai, there's going to be a big change. That this time around, all the political pundits are going to be surprised with what the BJP is going to do in Tamil Nadu.
When speak about Annamalai, I think he's not creating any impact really. You know, he's show can I speak?
Yes, please.
Yeah, அவர் அண்ணாமலை வந்து ஒரு பெரிய ஒரு தாக்கத்தை ஏற்படுத்தியிருக்காரு அப்படிங்கறது வந்து என்னால வந்து ஏத்துக்க முடியாது. என்னால மட்டும் இல்ல, தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்களால ஏத்துக்க முடியாது. தலைவர் அண்ணாமலையாக இருந்தாலும் அவர்களுக்கு ஒரு தலைவராக தெரியலாம். பட் நீங்க வந்து எந்த ஒரு தமிழ்நாட்டு பிரச்சனைகளா இருக்கட்டும், எந்த தமிழ்நாட்டு பிரச்சனைக்கு அவர் வந்து ஒரு தீர்வு கொண்டு வந்திருக்கிறாரு அப்படின்னு சொல்லுங்க, எதுவுமே கிடையாது. ஏன் இத்தனைக்கு சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட் மத்திய அரசாங்கத்துல வந்து ஒரு முழு பவர்ல இருக்காங்க. பட் அவங்க என்ன கிரியேட் பண்ணாங்க? தமிழ்நாட்டு பிரச்சனை எவ்வளவு பிரச்சனைகள் நடந்தது, எவ்வளவு போராட்டங்கள் நடந்தது. பட் எதுக்குமே அவங்களால ஒரு தீர்வு கொண்டு வர முடியல. சோ எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு வரக்கூடிய எலெக்ஷன் வந்து ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு மாற்றத்தை மத்திய அரசாங்கத்திலையும் சேர்த்து ஏற்படுத்தும் அப்படிங்கிறது தான் தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்களுடைய எண்ணம்.
So social media hype, not so much on the ground. That's what you're saying.
சோஷியல் மீடியா ஹைப் இருக்கு, இல்லன்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. பட் நாட் மச். அந்த அளவுக்கு வந்து நீங்களே பாப்பீங்க when compared to 2019 election, இப்போ வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா 2019 எலெக்ஷன்ல வந்து மோடி எதிர்ப்பு அலை அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து அந்த அளவுக்கு ஒன்றும் கிரியேட் ஆகல. பட் ஹியர் நவ் we can see நம்ம வந்து not only in Tamil Nadu or southern states.
But is the Prime Minister visiting so many
but
times?
in north states also மோடி எதிர்ப்பு அலை அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து ரொம்ப மிகப்பெரிய அளவுல இருக்கிறத நம்ம வந்து நீங்க சொல்ற சோஷியல் மீடியாலே நம்ம பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கிறோம்.
Only on social media. Okay, very quickly, I want your response to that. Only on social media, Annamalai has a big standing. The Prime Minister may be speaking about him, but on ground, it's not going to make any difference.
Madam, for the past 2 years, you can see the huge difference happened in the grounds. Actually, the BJP Karyakartas are very active in the grounds, not only because of the party's upliftment, it is because of the support that Talaivar Annamalai has given to the cadres.
Okay.
So, and also I have to say something that they said about Kanimali, she is a local leader. I wonder how she became as a local candidate. And also I have to say something that the real credits must be given to the local DMK ministers Anita Radhakrishnan and Geeta Jeevan, because their hard works has given the success to the Kanimali. But
okay, very interesting. I can see that your phone case has the Prime Minister's photo. Can you show it to us? I just want to show it to our viewers. So, this is the phone case that he has with the Prime Minister's picture. That's very interesting. But, when we speak of cult personalities, like you said, cult personalities may exist in social media. Is that something that the voters are thinking of when they go to vote or not? We spoke to some of the first-time voters on what they are going to be thinking, what's going to be in their mind when they cast their vote. What are the real problems that they've been facing? Is it national issues or is it local issues? Take a look at what they said. So you're happy with how things are here?
Yes.
So when you usually vote, how do you, do you think of the local MP? Do you think of the Prime Minister? What do you think is in the voters' mind?
Voters mind means which location?
Neengal vote panrangala. So what do you think? Local MP na?
Local MP only.
Local MP. So has your local MP done good work during the floods? Because we know here as well there were floods in many areas. The people had been affected.
Yes, he has done good job in flood.
Okay, good job in the
Yes,
floods.
yes.
Okay, so what do you think? What are going to be the issues when you go in for voting?
Yeah, actually, it's development.
Okay.
So, I think earlier Toothukudi and now Toothukudi has developed a lot. You see roads and other things, infra has developed a lot. And we can see that local MP, she has stood in the front and she has supported during floods. So, I think there is no issue as of now.
Okay.
So, we'll be going for the same MP again.
So you're saying that local MP is what you're going to be looking at, but looking at the national scenario, because this is Lok Sabha election, there's a lot of talk around who will be the Prime Minister. If you're voting for the DMK, do you know who will be the Prime Minister? Is that something you'll think of that, I'm going to see, say, Rahul Gandhi as the Prime Minister? Do you see Stalin as the Prime Minister?
Yeah, if we vote for DMK, obviously it will be Rahul Gandhi. But we can think of only local level than national level as of now. Okay, because we are a very good developed state as of now. When compared to other states, we feel we are privileged to be in Tamil Nadu.
Okay. Very interesting that you mentioned privilege to be in Tamil Nadu, because this is the Tamil pride is something that is spoken of in these elections a lot. DMK saying we don't want outsiders. BJP is not going to get a space here. How do you see this politics of Tamil pride? Because the Prime Minister also speaks about how Tamil Nadu is so culturally rich.
Yeah, Tamil Nadu is culturally rich. And it is developed because of Dravidian parties. So long ago, national parties has moved out. So because of local level issues and local level development, we feel this has happened.
Lastly, I want to ask you about Tamil Nadu's culture. The BJP says it has such a rich culture, but it has been destroyed by Dravidian parties, whether it is temples, whether it is the local culture here. Because of the Dravidian politics, it has got destroyed. Do you think this is true?
No, it's not like that. No. Now, in Tamil Nadu, how many years BJP is here? Already vote share is around 5% only. So they cannot say that, no, they cannot judge everything on Dravidian parties which have vote share of 40 to 50%.
In fact, I have a very, very interesting person here with me. He is in charge of this boat and he is somebody who was with Kanimori just a few days ago. How was your experience?
லாஸ்ட் டைம் கனிமொழி மேடம் தான் வந்து இனோகிரேஷன் பண்ணி வச்சிருந்தாங்க. அவங்க தான் வந்து இந்த ஸ்வீட் போட்டு பனானா ரைடு கிளாஸ் போட்டு எல்லாமே இது பண்ணியிருந்தாங்க. நல்லா பண்றாங்க தூத்துக்குடிக்கு. மறுபடியும் வந்தா இதை விட கொஞ்சம் நல்லா பண்ணணும். எங்களுக்கு இப்போதைக்கு இந்த எலக்ட்ரிக் வெஹிக்கிள் அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய கம்பெனி இப்போ தான் வந்திருக்கு. புதுசாக இப்போ தான் தூத்துக்குடிக்கு வந்திருக்கு. இந்த மாதிரி நிறையா வந்து வெளிநாட்டு கம்பெனிகள் வந்ததுன்னா நிறைய வந்து படித்த பையங்கள்லாம் இருக்காங்க, படிக்காத பையங்களும் இருக்காங்க. அவங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது ஒரு வேலை வாய்ப்பு கிடைக்கும். கண்டிப்பான முறையில் அடுத்த ஒரு பெரிய சிட்டியா மாறும். ஆல்ரெடி சிட்டியா தான் இருக்கு. இதோட இருக்கிறதோட இன்னும் பெரிய சிட்டியா மாறும். சென்னை மாதிரி மாறிடும் கண்டிப்பான முறையில்.
உங்களுக்கு சந்தோஷமா?
சந்தோஷம். ஆமா, நெக்ஸ்ட் டைம் வந்து கனிமொழி அக்கா வந்தாலும் இதோட நல்லா பண்ணணும், நல்லா பண்ணுவாங்க, எங்களுக்கு ஒரு நம்பிக்கை இருக்கு.
கனிமொழி அவர்கள் உங்கள் லைக் she spoke to you, பேசிருக்காங்க?
இங்க வந்திருக்காங்க, எங்க இதுக்கெல்லாம் வந்திருக்காங்க, பேசியிருக்காங்க. நல்லா சகஜமா பழகுறாங்க. நல்ல ஒரு ஆமா.
என்ன பிரச்சனை இல்ல?
ஆமா, பிரச்சனை இல்ல. அந்த மாதிரிலாம் எங்களுக்கு ஒரு பிரச்சனை இல்ல. அவங்க இருக்கிறது எங்களுக்கு கொஞ்சம் இன்னும் நல்லா தான் இருக்கு. அடுத்த வாட்டி அவங்க வரணும், அதுதான் எங்களோட கோரிக்கை.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for speaking to us. So there you go. Everyone here believes that Kanimori has done well, the DMK has done well, and they are happy with the work that has been done, the development that has been done well. Despite the party saying that Tamil Nadu has suffered, the people here believe that the politics here is responsible for the development in the southern state. Okay, all right. So you heard it from the people and what they said. They spoke about the Dravidian parties. The BJP is saying that Tamil Nadu is very culturally rich, but it's the Dravidian parties that have destroyed the culture of Tamil Nadu. A lot of people believe that South Indian states, Tamil Nadu in particular, is known for the development. So for the BJP to say that there's not much development, they've seen a lot of development happen here, and they believe that Tamil Nadu, in fact, is more developed than some of the other states where the BJP is in power. But one of the other issues is language. Since you spoke in Tamil, I want to ask you, is language one of the biggest challenges for the BJP? Whether it is the Prime Minister, whether it is Amit Shah, they've spoken about how they want to learn Tamil. But it's clear that the message that they want to give out to the people, it's somewhere lost in translation because of the language. Do you think so?
I don't think so, because our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji is very skilled person in communicating with every ordinary people. So now you can see he is using AI for voice translations and all. So I think that will not be a big challenge. The challenges was we did not have a charismatic leader before in Tamil Nadu, but we have overcome that in the recent days.
But what is it that brings so much focus on Tamil Nadu for the BJP? Is there a reason why? Because the Prime Minister Amit Shah go to Kerala as well. There as well language is a problem, but they have not said in as many words that we are going to learn Tamil, learn Malayalam in some time. Amit Shah in fact went on to say, I promised you in a few years, 7 to 8 years, I am going to learn Tamil and I am going to speak to you in Tamil. In Karnataka as well, language has never been such a big barrier. Telangana, Andhra as well. In Tamil Nadu in particular, why is this such an emotive issue where the BJP is also saying we'll learn and come back to you? We'll talk about that because the Prime Minister Amit Shah have said language is one of the key issues that DMK as well has mentioned it time and again. And where does the Congress come in? Because when Rahul Gandhi holds his rallies in Tamil Nadu, he makes it a point to speak in English. Lot of the Dravidian party supporters also welcoming that move. We're going to be talking about that after this very quick break. Do stay with us. We're talking about Tamil Nadu just ahead of the polling. This is, of course, the most exciting part of the elections. Just hours to go for the polling to begin. Have the voters really made up their mind? What are they going to be thinking of? Are the big questions? So let's get to the numbers as well. What is the DMK, the Congress combined expecting? What is the BJP expecting realistically this time around? I want to begin with you. Congress, DMK stronger than the previous time. You're saying the alliance is pretty strong. What are the numbers realistically? What is the number that you're giving?
To be frank and honest, we realistically expect in Tamil Nadu 39 out of 39 and in Pondicherry with altogether 40 out of 40. To be frank, we respect Modi ji, but we don't accept Modi ji.
Okay.
We respect for Ram Mandir. We worship Ram, but we don't accept Modi ji. That is a true part in Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
That is a true live thing in Tamil Nadu that is happening.
So you're saying AIADMK is also not going to have any?
They are not going to have any part of it.
Okay.
They'll be moving around for the second place. And third place will be the BJP alliance.
Okay.
That is our mindset. And
in terms of seats, you're saying 0 for the BJP. What about vote share?
Vote share will be for BJP, it will be around, I guess it may be around 8 to 10%. That's it.
Okay, not even crossing the double digit mark.
Not even crossing the double digit, yeah.
Okay, what do you think?
Definitely it will be 25 plus.
25 plus seats or vote percent?
It will be a percentage. 25 plus vote percentage.
And what about seats?
Conversion we have to see because it will be neck to neck in many places. So we cannot say about the conversion rates. But definitely the percentage will be 25 plus.
25 plus percent. And the AIADMK, the split with the AIADMK now inching closer to the polling date. Do you feel that maybe BJP did a mistake? Maybe if we had aligned with the AIADMK, it would have helped us?
ADMK will be the third largest party in Tamil Nadu.
So you're saying BJP will be the challenger?
Yes.
Who is the biggest challenger for you? Is it the AIADMK? Is it the BJP across constituency, not just in Thoothukudi?
In Tamil Nadu?
In Tamil Nadu.
I think they are not fit opposite.
They're not a fit opposition.
Yes.
So you think BJP is, realistically, how many seats do you give the BJP?
0.
0 seats.
Yes.
And what about the vote share?
A vote share means we will win with huge margin in every constituency in Tamil Nadu,
And
including Pondicherry.
okay, so what about the BJP? In terms of vote share, with all the hype around, I was just mentioning, Annamalai also mentioning that we are going to cross 25%. The political pundits are going to be surprised. You're saying seats, maybe not. The BJP has also not put a number to it. But in terms of vote percent, how much do you think the BJP can get?
It will be very surprised if they cross 5%.
If they even cross 5%?
That is my assumption.
Why is that?
They are not creating any positivity.
Okay.
And they didn't do anything for Tamil Nadu, even in so many crisis time. So,
in fact, in the floods in Chennai especially, I remember the BJP saying that the DMK is missing, but it's the BJP that's doing. In fact, Annamalai, during his campaigns as well, that's one of the issues that he mentioned, that this is where the DMK should come in, but they are at home, but we are going to the people and helping out, in Chennai floods especially.
You can ask every Tamil people, they will tell the truth. But we DMKNs, the team of MK Stalin was really with people when they are struggling.
Okay. One of the big charges that the BJP has leveled, and this is an issue that the BJP has spoken about time and again as well, it's extremely emotive as well, which is the control of temples. That the DMK does not respect temples, does not respect the culture of the people of Tamil Nadu. That's a charge that the BJP has leveled. Do you see that having an impact, and do you think it's an emotive issue? Because, almost every 100 meters we see a temple in Tamil Nadu. So it's an issue that's very close to the hearts of the people of Tamil Nadu. But does it resonate when they say that, that control of temples should not be with the government? That's anti-Hindu.
First of all, it's not true that DMK is not respecting temples. It's not true. DMK is respecting temples and devotees very much. Because more than 3,000 temples we were doing the developments. It has all the proof.
But what about DMK leaders who make statements against Sanatan openly, and there's no action taken against them? It's not one of the smaller leaders. Some of the biggest names of the DMK have made these statements.
Even Supreme Court has also, there is no
The Supreme Court has wrapped. It did say that you can't hurt sentiment. So you're saying, okay, so you're saying Supreme Court aside, you're saying for the voters, if the DMK leaders come out and say something that's perceived as hurtful to the sentiments of Hindus, that's not going to make an impact on ground?
No, we respect Hindus.
Okay.
Even in DMKs also, 90% of DMK persons are Hindus only.
Okay. Do you, take what he's saying that for the people it's not much of an issue because DMK is very pro-Hindu. People know it. This is a narrative that has been dropped by the BJP. It's not something people feel.
Yeah, actually, DMK is pro-Hindu every time, but it is during the election times only. Because they forget all the works. Even if you take Lord Subramania Swami's temple in Tiruchendur, the renovation work has been funded by Lord Shivanadar. HCL group of companies CEO. But this DMK government pays sticker in every schemes and every public works that is done by others.
So you're saying this is only during elections, but otherwise there are statements made and no action taken. Where does this place the Congress party? Because the Congress party especially is a party that you're saying in Tamil Nadu it's very, very strong, the alliance with the DMK. Because of that, is it hitting your prospects in the northern states, especially in the Hindi belt, where you think such statements being made by your ally is hurting the prospects of the Congress party?
Yeah, sometimes it may hurt. We don't argue, we don't disagree that. But it doesn't mean that the party says that. It is an individual comment, the man who says that. It is not the party's voice.
But these are strong leaders of the DMK, big leaders of DMK.
That party is not giving a voice that we are against Hindus. They are serving Hindus as well as all religions. We say that all are equal. Hindus, Muslims and Christians are equal. We don't say that this is a Hindu nation. This is a nation of India. This is India. This is not a Hinduism Indian country. So we treat all equal as well as we respect Hindus. So you say that some people comment about this disregarding about the Hindus.
Yes.
It may affect. I don't say that it may not affect. It may affect.
So, but if you're aware that it could affect Congress in the other states, if not in Tamil Nadu, then is that an issue that you have taken up with the DMK that this is hurting our prospects, or to keep your alliance in Tamil Nadu, you're okay to forego some of the seats in the other states?
We are not okay with that, and we have discussed with them, and you can see that voices has come down.
Has it?
Yeah, it has come down.
Okay, all right.
You
we'll
can
talk
see that,
about that.
you can
but
see the
while
leaders
this is
have gone to temples.
while this is a discussion around it, we also spoke to the people on whether this is an issue that they think of when they go to cast their vote. Are these issues that play their mind, or are there larger issues that they have been facing? We mentioned floods already. Are there bigger issues of unemployment as well? Here's what the youth of Thoothukudi said. So in the coastal town, after the delimitation in 2009, first the victory was to the DMK, after which in 2014 the seat went to the AIADMK. In 2014 again it was Kanimori who bulldozed her way to power from the constituency. This time around, who is it going to be? Are the people happy or not? Let's speak to the first time voters, people from the constituency, to find out. Set against, of course, the amazing background of the Thoothukudi beach. When you go to vote, what is it that you're going to be thinking?
ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஓட்டை பத்தி நான் இந்த தடவை தான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஓட்டு போட போறேன். அதனால அதை பத்தி தான் தெரியல. பட் நிறைய விஷயங்கள் எங்க ஊர்ல, நான் சின்ன வயசுல இருந்து இங்க தான் இருக்கேன். இந்த ஊர்ல வந்து நிறைய விஷயங்கள் மாற்ற வேண்டியது இருக்கு, நிறைய டெவலப்மெண்ட் கொண்டு வர வேண்டியது இருக்கு இந்த ஊர்ல. அதனால யாரு நல்லா செய்வாங்கன்னு தெரியல. யாருக்கு ஓட்டு போடுங்க நான் சொல்ல விரும்பல. யாரு நல்லா செய்யறாங்களோ அவங்களுக்கு நான் ஓட்டு போடலான்னு இருக்கேன். நிறைய விஷயங்கள் வந்து கட்சிக்காரங்களே நிறைய விஷயங்கள் கத்துக்கிட வேண்டியது இருக்கு. ஏன்னா இங்க நிறைய விஷயங்கள் மாற்ற வேண்டியது இருக்கு. இப்போ ரீசெண்டா ஃபிளட் வந்துச்சு. அந்த ஃபிளட் அப்போ கூட கட்சிக்காரங்களை விட இவங்க பாமர மக்கள் தான் நிறைய விஷயங்கள் மாத்தி உதவிக்கிட்டாங்க. அதனால அந்த பாமர மக்கள் கிட்ட இருந்து கட்சிக்காரங்க நிறைய விஷயங்கள் கத்துக்கிட்டு அவங்க வந்து நல்லது செஞ்சாங்கன்னா எல்லாருக்கும் ஓகே தான். அதான் என்னோட.
In fact, flood is one of the biggest issues that people have been speaking of. Many of them have spoken about that. Flood and what the local MP has done in the area is a big issue. But when you go to vote, are you going to be thinking of who the Prime Minister should be, or are you going to think, this constituency, what are the problems?
இப்போ வந்து நம்ம ஊர்ல வந்து நிறைய ப்ராப்ளங்கள் இருக்கு. அது வந்து நம்மளே ஃபேஸ் பண்றது வந்து இன்னொரு விஷயம். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து மேல இருக்கிறவங்க தான் நம்மளை பார்க்கணும். இப்போ அரசியல்வாதிங்க நம்மளை பார்த்தா தான் நம்ம வந்து அடுத்தவங்களை பார்க்க முடியும். அப்படி இருக்கும்போது அவங்க வந்து நம்மளை கவனிச்சாங்கன்னா நம்ம வந்து இதை கொஞ்சம் ஈஸியாவே பண்ணலாம். இப்போ வந்து எப்படின்னா நம்ம வந்து யங்ஸ்டராக இருக்கும், நான் இந்த வாட்டி தான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் ஓட்டு போட போகிறேன். அப்படி இருக்கும்போது நாங்கள் ஓட்டு போகிறது வந்து எங்களுக்கான ஒரு நல்ல விஷயம் வந்து நடக்கணும். இப்போ நான் வந்து காலேஜ் இந்த வருஷம் முடிக்கிறேன், முடிச்சுன்னா எனக்கு வந்து வேலை வாய்ப்பு வந்து இந்த அரசு வந்து ஏற்படுத்தி கொடுக்கணும். இந்த மாதிரி எங்களுக்கு நிறைய கோரிக்கை இருக்கு, அது வந்து இந்த கவர்மெண்ட் தான் இதை வந்து எடுத்து பண்ணணும்.
ஓகே, சோ மெயின் பிரச்சனை என்ன இருக்கு?
மெயின் பிரச்சனை எப்படி சொல்றது, வேலை வாய்ப்பு எதுவுமே கிடைக்க மாட்டேங்குது. எல்லாருமே படிச்சு எல்லாமே நார்மலா ஏதோ கூலி வேலைக்கு அந்த மாதிரி தான் போயிட்டு இருக்கோம். படிச்சதுக்கான ஒரு வேல்யூவே இருக்க மாட்டேங்குது. யாருமே படிச்சவங்களை வந்து மதிக்காங்களே அப்படிங்கிறது, வேலை என்ன பார்க்கலாம், என்ன சம்பளம் வாங்குறான் அதை தான் பார்க்காங்களே தவிர படிச்சிருக்காங்கிற ஒரு இதே இல்லை. இப்போ உள்ள ரெஸ்பான்ஸே இல்லை யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ்க்கு வந்து. அதுதான் இப்போ வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒரு இதா இருக்கு.
Okay. So, while it may be a high-pitched battle on something else, when the politicians are talking about it, that's what the youngsters here say, that unemployment is one of the key issues. So, flood-ravaged areas, the response that came in, apart from that, unemployment is also one of the big issues. What about you? Ungalukku?
Unemployment.
Happy na? Ungalukku?
Employment is the first problem.
Okay.
நாங்க இங்க இருக்க எல்லாருமே வந்து அன்எம்ப்ளாய்டு தான். நாட் இன் ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் ஃபார்ம். விஏஏ எங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஸ்டாண்டர்டான வேலை வேணும். இதுவரைக்கும் எங்களுக்குள்ள தூத்துக்குள்ள இருந்து எந்த கட்சிக்காரங்களும் வந்து எங்களுக்கு யாருமே வந்து ஸ்டாண்டர்டான வேலை இல்லை. கூப்பிடுவாங்க, வாங்க இங்க ஒரு அன்எம்ப்ளாய்மெண்ட் ஸ்கீம் இது பண்றோம், வாங்க பாருங்க, அவ்வளவுதான் சொல்லுவாங்க ஒழிய எங்களுக்கு ஸ்டாண்டர்டான வேலை இது வரைக்கும் எந்த ஒரு இது கவர்மெண்ட்டுமே வந்து ஏற்படுத்தினது கிடையாது. எங்களுக்கு தேவை ஒரு ஸ்டாண்டர்டான வேலை. எனக்கு நான் இப்போ அவங்களாம் சின்ன பசங்க, நான் கொஞ்சம் எல்டர், எனக்கு வந்து ஏஜ் பார் ஆயிடுச்சு. ஆனா அவங்களாம் வந்து இன்னும் ஃபியூச்சர் வரணும், அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஸ்டாண்டர்டான வேலை கொண்டு வரணும். அதுக்கு ஏதாச்சும் வருத கவர்மெண்ட் வருதவங்களுக்கு ஸ்டாண்டர்டான வேலை கொடுக்கணும். அதுக்கு வந்து
யார் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணணும்? லோக்கல் கவர்மெண்டா ஆர் சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்டா?
ரெண்டு கவர்மெண்ட் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணும், லோக்கல் ஆர் சென்ட்ரல். ஒன்னு மதர், இன்னொன்னு ஃபாதர். கரெக்டா? யார் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணு கேட்டா எப்படி நம்ம பதில் சொல்றது? ஃபாதர் ஆர் மதர்? both must help.
Okay, that's a good point. That it's the central government as well as the state government that needs to provide help. Mother and father taking care of the children. That's how they're naming it. So apart from unemployment, when you're seeing the election campaigning taking place, you've seen the Prime Minister visiting Tamil Nadu, especially. At least in 7 times visit.
First time in my life.
You have seen.
In 10 years, yes, just visited.
Okay. So, do you think these visits are going to make an impact, not just about you, around people as well? Are you seeing that the Prime Minister giving so much significance to Tamil Nadu, is that going to make a difference?
Apart from Prime Minister wants Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
Right? He wants Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
Let him fight.
Okay. On that note, we're slipping into a very quick break here, but don't go anywhere because we need to show you what's special in Thoothukudi. Apart from the politics that's playing out, we also have a very, very special dish in Thoothukudi that's famous here, inspired from Europe, but a very Indianized version that's available here. And of course, we are also going to be speaking about one of the biggest issues that the BJP and the Prime Minister have spoken of, the dynasty politics. Do stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Remember, Thoothukudi has been synonymous with the Sterlite protest that took place in 2019. It was one of the most emotive issues. It's an area that has several industries, several offices, several companies here, apart from a rural setup as well that's seen in several of these areas. So issues vary from one assembly as well. Kanimori, of course, being the biggest phase, the DMK's Delhi phase from here as well. That's one of the biggest factors. But apart from all the politics that's playing out around, we also visited a bakery in Thoothukudi, and you're going to love this report. We spoke to the people there and also bring you a sweet that I'm not sure you know about. Take a look at what I'm talking about. So in the election yatra, as we enter Thoothukudi, every single person we speak to, they tell us that any visit to Thoothukudi is going to be incomplete without the famous macaroons. And that's what you're looking at here. These beautiful macaroons, very, very similar to the French or the Italian macaroons. And I'm just going to try one as well. It looks very interesting. It looks like these sugar cubes. I'm just going to try them. We've tried, of course, the French bakery. This is the Tamil Nadu bakery that you're looking at, that I'm going to be trying the macaroon from. It's famous in Thoothukudi and it's slightly Indianized version. Let me just try it. Oh, I'm actually very surprised with its taste. I expected it to be completely like sugar, but I can taste the almonds in this. I'm going to talk to the maker about what went into it. Thank you for speaking to us. ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கா? எங்க ப்ரிப்பேர்ல எங்க பண்ணாங்க?
வெல்பெல்ல எங்க பண்றதா? இங்க பண்றோம். இது முக்கியமானது முட்டை வெள்ளைக்கரு. எக்கில உள்ள வெள்ளைக்கரு எடுக்கணும். மஞ்சக்கரு சேர்க்க கூடாது. அது சீனி, முந்திரி பருப்பு. முதல்ல வெள்ளைக்கரு ஓடினவரை சீனி முந்திரி பருப்பு சேர்க்கணும். வேற இந்த மாதிரி புளிஞ்சி தட்டில் அடுப்புல விட்டு ஆத்தி எடுத்துட வேண்டியது.
சோ பிசினஸ் எல்லாம் நல்லா
நடக்கும். நல்லா
என்ன பிரச்சனை?
இந்த மக்குரு வந்து எங்களுக்கு ஸ்பெஷலிஸ்ட். நல்ல சேல்ஸ் ஆகும். மக்கள் விரும்பி வாங்குவாங்க. சில மந்திரி வரைக்கும் போகும். மினிஸ்டர் வரைக்கும் போயிடும். வாங்கிட்டு போவாங்க.
Okay, so look at this. You know, this is how it is prepared, and here, all you around me as well, you can see the people around who are working here. Let's ask them also a little bit about politics. The macaroons may be extreme, but the politics that's playing out in Tamil Nadu is extremely bitter, as we know. Let's talk about the problems that they face here as well. Neenga factory avail panninga. Enna prachana irukkinga?
There's no problem.
No problem, all fine.
Only comfortable.
Oh, wonderful. So, you know, in this constituency, as we're seeing the Lok Sabha election as well, election, how is it going? What do you think is the mood?
Very complicated. Very terrific.
Terrific. Why do you say so? Honest.
Honest.
Okay. So, you know, how you're seeing around in Tamil Nadu, do you see a big change this time around in 2024?
Maybe the people of change of mind, very open-minded, and he is a very honest. So he just justifies. No other commitment. No justify.
Okay.
People
And
are good.
how is the MP here? Has she been of help? Because Kanimori, she's a daughter of Karunanidhi, you know, big name in DMK. Yeah. Is she accessible, talking to the people? You know, ungaloda pesirukangala?
நிறையவே பேசியிருக்காங்க. மக்களோட ரொம்ப அதிகமான கருத்துக்களை கேட்பாங்க. சில நேரங்கள்ல ஹீஸ் லாட் ஆஃப் பீப்புள் சி வாட் யூ வாண்ட் எஜுகேஷன் லோன்ஸ் அண்ட் யூ ஆர் ஹெல்ப்லெஸ். The peoples are will give you respect. So he is honest me.
Okay.
Confirmed.
Okay, confirmed.
People are happy.
People are happy. In fact, this is the sentiment that we've seen in a lot of other places as well, that Kanimori has been accessible. Remember, the floods had ravaged several areas where Kanimori, even though there were talks about how the center had not given funds for the floods, because Kanimori was here, a lot of people are also very happy about it. Kanimori MP நல்லா இருக்காங்களா?
நல்லா இருக்காங்க. நல்லா ஒர்க் பண்றாங்க. 5 வருஷம் நல்லா ஒர்க் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. மீண்டும் அவங்க வருவாங்கன்னு நினைக்கும்.
சோ ஏன்னா பிரச்சனை என்ன இல்ல?
பிரச்சனை ஒண்ணும் கிடையாது. நல்லா
ஃபுல்
ஹாப்பி.
ஹாப்பியா இருக்கா? என்ன சேஞ்சஸ் ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ வேணுமா? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮ್ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಇದು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು.
மாற்றம்லாம் வராது.
இல்ல
அவரே தான்.
அவரே
கனிமொழி கருணாநிதி.
ஓகே. பிரதமர் யார் வேணும்?
பிரதமர் இன்னும் செலக்ஷன் பண்ணல. இங்க வந்து தமிழ்நாட்டுல இதான் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்காங்க.
ஸ்டாலின் முதல்வர்.
ஸ்டாலின்.
பட் பிரதமர் யார்?
பிரதமர் என்ன யோசிக்கல.
ஓகே. ராகுல் காந்தி உனக்கு இஷ்டமா?
ராகுல் காந்தி மோடி நல்லா செய்யறாரு. மோடியா இந்துக்களுக்கு நல்ல ஹெல்ப் பண்றாரு.
ஓகே. சோ மோடி உங்களுக்கு இஷ்டமா?
இஷ்டம்.
என்ன வேலை இல்ல பாஜக பத்தி வேலை எல்லாம் பண்ணிருக்காங்களா?
வேலை ஒன்னும் பண்ண மாதிரி தெரியல. பேசுறாரு, செயல்படல.
Okay, so there it is on the ground. A lot of sentiment in support of the DMK, as you're seeing here, the workers here. There are several such bakeries here in Thoothukudi, and you know, the people here say that the DMK has done good work, but we can also see some sense. A few years back, perhaps Modi or the BJP would not even be in the conversation, but that's the change that we're seeing on the ground. We hope you enjoyed our reports. With that, it's time for us to bid goodbye, but we'll see you again tomorrow from another high-profile constituency at 5 p.m. We'll see you from Thiruvananthapuram. Thank you for watching.